do you have any bad exes? Like any really bad breakups and now you guys like just do not get along?
Yeah.
Same. I mean, I do. I think everybody does.
I think majority of people probably do. Yeah. But I think out of all my exes, you know, there's just one that like I don't really ever want to like see again.
What kind of ended it? Like what was the...
I got cheated on.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, he seems like a swell cat.
No, awesome. Yeah.
I love him. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Birdwatching Podcast, where we ask chicks questions to get answers for you guys. Today I have a very special guest. Her name's Trinity Baugh. What's going on, Trinity?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good. All right, so Trinity, first thing we always do, we start with a rooster review.
Right.
So we try out a beverage.
Okay.
Give it a rating. Make sure to give a decimal because no decimals is rookie scores.
Okay.
I actually got that from Dave Portnoy. I ripped it off of him. Absolutely love him. So today we're trying out the Mundell. I actually don't totally know what it is. I think it's apple soda, but it looked cool. So I figured, why not try it out?
Why not? Right? Yeah, I definitely can't open this. I tried.
It's not a Kristoff? Okay.
No.
I didn't think it was.
It's definitely not.
Do you want me to open it for you?
Yes, please.
Cool. No worries.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we'll give it a sipski, then we'll try it out, and then we'll let the listeners know how it is. All right, knock it. And dock it. Could be cooler. It's not super
It's okay.
cold. I got it. I literally bought it like an hour ago. Threw it in the fridge right away. Thought it was going to be cold by the time we drank it, but...
It kind of tastes like apple juice, but with like carbonation.
Yeah, that's totally just what it is, isn't it?
It's not bad though.
I feel like I've had something like it before though. Like maybe like a... It kind of tastes like a...
I don't know. It kind of tastes just like soda.
Yeah, it's it's pretty basic.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. I like it.
It's all right.
I'll finish it probably.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a rating? 1 to 10?
I'll give it like a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
No decimal? What a rookie score.
6.7.
There it is.
A 6.7.
There it is. Good recovery. I'm going to try it one more time. I'm going to go 7.1. I like apple juice.
Yeah, I do too.
There's nothing complex about it, but it's not bad, so I feel
like it would be like a good chaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even like if this was an alcoholic drink, I would dig it.
Right. I agree.
Because it's not too much. It's not too sweet or like a fake sweetener. But
I agree.
I can still get it down.
100%.
Dope. Good rooster review. All right. Next thing we do, we play a game. It's called Guess This Movie.
Okay.
So I got 5 hints for you. And by the end of it, you should be able to get it. But it's probably a movie that you know.
Okay.
Okay. So here's your first hint. A majority of the scenes were shot at Kualoa Ranch. Same location as Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
You know all the films that have been shot at Kualoa Ranch?
All of them.
Yeah, of course.
Every single one.
Right, exactly. All right, here's your second one. The film was one of the first movies ever to be released on Blu-ray. Mm-hmm.
I think I got it.
Yeah, right. No, it's going to be tough for the first couple. And then I would say by like the fourth one,
okay,
you'll get it probably. Third one, in the original script, the main character was cured of her ailment.
Okay.
All right. Getting closer. Like a little bit.
A little bit.
Starting to narrow it down maybe. Here's your fourth one. Most of the movie takes place in Hawaii.
Okay. That's where Jurassic Park was filmed, right? Yeah, that's
Kualoa
Hawaii.
Ranch.
Yes,
yeah.
okay.
Uh-huh.
I've actually been there.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
Oh, dope. What was it like?
Beautiful.
Really?
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Don't have it yet?
No.
All right, so far, shot at Kualoa Ranch.
Yep.
One of the first movies on Blu-ray. Main character's cured of her ailment in the original script, and then it takes place in Hawaii. Here's your last one. One of the main characters seems to love the rain in real life.
Damn it. Okay. Oh my gosh.
You got it. We were just talking about it before we started shooting.
No, we weren't.
Yes, we were.
If
you haven't been outside, dude, just enjoy the rain.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah, what, Drew Barrymore?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What movie is she in Hawaii? Come on, there's no way.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Do you have any?
Is Adam Sandler in it?
Yes.
Okay.
You
I'm
know,
gonna get it.
But you don't know the name.
50 First Dates.
There you go.
Got it.
Good work. Awesome.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Have you seen that movie?
Yes, I have.
Oh man, what a classic.
Such a good movie.
I love that movie.
All Adam Sandler, even though he's kind of like the same character in like all of his movies.
Yeah, facts.
So good.
So good. He's like Will Ferrell though. Like I'm okay with him being the same guy.
No,
every
me
movie,
too.
Right?
I totally agree.
Isn't it crazy that in the original script she was actually cured of her ailment? Like, you know, in the actual movie, she doesn't ever get cured of it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the spoilers if you haven't seen it, but it's been out since like what, 2000?
Like forever.
3 or something, whatever. Yeah, in the original script, she was actually like cured of it and she like got better or whatever. But I don't know what I would have preferred.
I don't either.
Probably OG, just because that's what I'm familiar with.
Right.
All right, moving on. We're gonna do relationship talk. Yeah, let's jump right into relationships.
Let's just get right into it.
Let's talk about boys, you know?
My favorite topic.
Yeah, me too. Here's your first question for relationships. Do you think it's important to be best friends with a person before you date them?
You know, I think it really depends. I mean, I think every guy that I have dated in the past, they were not. Mm-hmm. Like, we were not best friends, like, before we started dating. But I do know, like, a lot of people that, you know, have been in that situation where they were, like, best friends.
Yeah.
But I think, like, if you do that, you got to, like, you know that, like, in the end, it could ruin your guys' relationship altogether if it doesn't work out.
Like your friendship, too?
Right. But, like,
sure.
For example, like, my parents, like, they've been together, like, they were best friends before they started dating, and they've been together for, like, almost 30 years.
Yeah.
So I think it really just depends.
Best friends before you start is definitely like a make it or break it then.
Yep.
It's like either we're going to go all in and it's totally going to work, or like this is really going to, you know, take a toll on like even the friendship that we had established prior.
I agree.
So in your last relationships then you said that really never happened. Like you never really established a best friendship first.
Not, you know, I think you need to get some type of relationship down before you date someone, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But with every guy that I've been with, it was never like best friends. Mm-hmm.
What's your longest term relationship?
A year.
A year?
Mm-hmm.
Longer than me. Was that? Was that high school or was that college?
It was in high school. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does he ever hit you up randomly?
You know, no. We actually not like hit me up in that kind of way. You know, we're actually like still friends to like this day. Yeah. But we like didn't talk for like 2 years, and then randomly we were just like, oh, like we should catch up, like, you know, that, and we're friends to this day. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you think it's easier to maintain a friendship if you didn't start with like a established friendship then? Like, do you think the actual relationship that you're in then develops into a friendship, and then you can kind of like carry that on after things don't work out physically?
Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of weird to think about like that. I've never thought about it like that. Kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Do you have any bad exes? Like any really bad breakups, and now you guys like just do not get along?
Yeah.
Same. I mean, I do. I think everybody does.
I think majority of people probably do. Yeah. Pretty I think out of all my exes, you know, there's just one that like I don't really ever want to like see again.
What kind of ended it? Like, what was the?
I got cheated on.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, he seems like a swell cat.
No, awesome. Yeah.
I love him. Have I been cheated on? I have been cheated on. Only like once though. It does suck. It really hits you harder than like just a breakup sucks.
And it's just the whole thing about it is just, dude, just break up with me and then like do your thing.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah. Because then you're constantly comparing yourself to that person, and it's just like a whole mind game, and it's just not fun.
Mm-hmm. So did you guys break up because he cheated, or was it like you guys broke up and then later on you found out like, oh, he was talking to somebody else that whole time?
Yeah, we broke up because Because you caught him? I caught him in a McDonald's parking lot.
No way.
Yep.
What was your line? Like, obviously you went up to his window or something. You're like,
no, actually, I like didn't really say anything, and I just was like, I didn't go up to the window or anything, but I was like, you know, like I'm just done.
That's
like,
so tough.
Yeah, it is really tough.
Mine was I was dating a girl it was my longest relationship. We had dated for, I don't know, 6 months, something like that. And then I went home for a break. She was back home. I was dating her like during my freshman year. Went back home, felt like something was off. And then pretty much right after I'd left after Christmas break, we'd ended up breaking up like over Zoom or something like that, or FaceTime or whatever. And then like 2 weeks later, I had found out that she was like talking to this guy for like a month, like while we were still talking.
Dude.
I know. I was like,
that's the worst.
I know it hit harder too because in the moment it was like, man, we just weren't compatible. We didn't work, whatever. And then later on you're like, oh, no, like I was just kind of inadequate in her eyes, which hurts more.
Yep.
You know? But it happens.
It does.
You bounce back.
You do.
Yeah. And look at us now. We're doing great.
So everyone out there, if you got cheated on, it's going to be okay.
Yeah, literally. It will be okay. I promise you that.
I promise, yeah.
Here's your next question for relationships. Have you ever had to friend zone someone to maintain a relationship with them?
I have, yeah.
Tell me about it.
You know, like, it's just one of those things where it's like, kind of like how that best friend, like, dynamic of, like, you're best friends and then you don't want to ruin that friendship.
Right.
So that was, I don't know, like, it's tough because it's like, they obviously have feelings for you. Right. And so it's like, and you have to kind of, like, be like, no, like, reject them. And then it just kind of gets awkward and weird sometimes. But
Definitely. Have you done that multiple times? Like, have you had a couple guys? Or
not really. Only, like, I think, like, maybe two times.
Okay. So not that many.
No.
Did it take a toll on the friendship afterwards? Or did it, like, it worked out the way you thought?
It did for a while.
Oh, okay.
It did for a little bit. Yeah, but now we're good. And we're friends to stay, so.
Dope. Kick ass.
It's awkward for a little bit, but you get over it.
Right. Yeah, facts. Do you think they still have feelings for you? Or do you think it's...
No.
Okay.
I don't. No.
Cool.
But good for him. He's good. So
yeah,
he's a cool guy.
Shout out if you're watching right now. We're talking about you. Just kidding. Here is your next relationship question. Do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
Not at all.
Nope.
So don't believe in establishing a best friendship, but you also don't believe in like when you see somebody.
I think establishing like a best friendship, is totally okay. You know?
Oh yeah, you did say that. Yeah, you just said it's never happened to you.
It just never happened to me.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
But love at first sight, I feel like in our generation right now, like, is completely hookup culture.
Facts.
And I think love at first sight is just not something that really like goes through people's minds. I mean, it'll be like attraction, like wow,
infatuation.
You're hot.
Right.
But that's it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just like,
yeah.
In our generation, it's just not really a thing, I feel like.
Yeah, true. We're getting to, I also noticed, I was talking to somebody about it the other day. I think it was my roommate. And we were talking, it's like so tough to maintain a relationship nowadays because you have all these like social media outlets.
I hate social media.
I know, right?
And that's very hypocritical for me to say because of course I have it.
Yeah. Like,
but man, if it literally all social media just like fell off the face of the planet tomorrow, I would not be mad.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I think I'd be okay with it too, other than the fact that I definitely use it as a business outlet.
Right, like
so that would suck a bit. Yeah, like totally. This would go down the chute, but
like Instagram, Snapchat, like all that stuff. Like I don't like, of course I care because like I have it, but like I said, if everyone just like completely like got off of it, I wouldn't be mad.
It would be kind of sweet. I think it'd be kind of nice. It'd be like a big like relief almost. But I think so too. The problem with it though is like even if you're in an established relationship, it's like social media opens up this door of like the grass is always green on the other side because everybody's putting up this like fake front and you see him and you're like, wow, she's so attractive or he's so attractive. And then you question your relationship. Like, could I do better? Am I settling? Like, should I be looking for something else? And then like, that's not how you're really supposed to approach a relationship. No. So I think our generation is slowly getting away from like focusing on the personality of somebody and like physical attraction, infatuation, love at first sight is just like kind of a facade.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Right. Isn't it crazy? We're kind of
I wish it was kind of like, I wish love at first sight was like, something I believed in. Yeah. I do, but I don't. So.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Personal opinion. That's dope. Yeah. Do you think it was more common like when our parents were younger? Yes. Do you think that was possible? Yes. Okay. Interesting. Yes. So it is like social media and just like our culture that's ruined it.
I do. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Good take. I'd have to agree with you. I think the same thing. Do you ever think back on like, oh man, if I could go back and like live in a different era, would you do it?
I've actually talked about this like to so many people. Really? 100%.
Which would you go back to like the 80s?
Maybe the 70s.
High school in the 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a fun time to be alive.
Hippie? Yeah. Would you be a hippie?
Oh yeah. Totally.
Right on. That's dope.
I just feel like everyone was just like, I think problems in the world obviously are still there. They're always going to be there, but like. I think, social media now has just created like so many problems and everyone then was just like having fun.
Chilling.
Living
lavish.
Yeah.
I would agree. I think I'd go back to the 80s though, and the only reason I think that way is because I knew my dad was in high school in the 80s.
Right. Yeah.
And so I think it'd be fun to like go back and live the era that he lived in high school.
I would do the 80s too. Yeah.
I'd do the 70s too though. Yeah, I totally agree with you too. Man, that'd be fun.
And the style. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, yeah, I would rock that style. You kind of have a little 70s look to you right now.
You think?
I think the shirt is a little 70s.
Thanks.
How about me? The eagle?
I love it.
This looks like homeschooled vibes.
I don't think so. I think you're rocking it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a good confidence builder. Here's your next question for relationships. What's the solution to liking somebody that you have a feeling doesn't feel the same way?
So, like, if I like a guy and he doesn't like me back?
Yeah.
You know, I feel like everyone's had to go through that.
Yeah,
probably.
Definitely.
I know I have.
Me too.
Yeah, it sucks.
It does suck.
It's really, really crappy. But unfortunately, I think it's just kind of one of those things where it's not the time. You know, the timing is not working. And you just kind of got to move on, unfortunately. Let's move on to the next.
Yeah, pretty simple answer, but I think that's like the only thing you can do.
Yeah,
is like just try to.
Unless, like, you're friends with that person and like you hang out with them like quite a bit, like, you know, even in a group setting or whatever, like still kind of, you know, have those feelings, but don't get your hopes up that it's gonna like
facts
go somewhere else.
I think that's probably the healthiest way to do it is keep like your presence around there. If you still have feelings, you can't just like get rid of feelings, but you can it sounds bad, but you can kind of suppress them to a certain extent, and then just expect to be friends until something presents itself.
Exactly.
If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, then like you're not gonna hurt yourself giving yourself false hope to the extent of like where you think you're gonna date them.
Yep.
But that is tough. I think every single person has experienced a moment where they're like, I know I like her. I'm positive that she doesn't like me back, or vice versa, guys and girls. And like, there's just nothing you can do other than give it time until you move on or find somebody else.
It is hard though, and it's the chase too. You know, when you
chase
know,
kills me. I hate it.
And it's like, you know that person doesn't like you, so you just want to keep trying harder for them to like you. Yeah.
Oh man.
And then if it does end up, you know, have it like that person ends up liking you in the future, then it's like, oh man, the chase is over. Like,
yeah. Do you lose like the feeling once the chase is over?
I think I personally, I don't like the whole chase aspect.
I don't either.
I think it's horrible.
I know, but it does get me. Like, it definitely gets me.
No, I think it gets everybody. But I feel like I'm not the type of person to really like someone for the chase.
Oh, yeah.
If that makes sense.
I mean, okay.
Am I making sense?
Yeah, no, totally. Because I think I'm on the opposite spectrum. I think sometimes, like, I'll like a girl and then they won't feel the same way back. And then I'm like, oh, like, why though? Like, you know what I mean? And then I'll like get into the chase. And then the thing that I question though is once we start dating, I like question like, do I only like her because I was chasing her, or like to what extent do I actually like her?
Exactly.
So that's kind of my roadblock. But unfortunately, I do like the chase. Timestamp. Cut that out. Too much info. They know too much about me. No, I don't know. The chase is weird. And I do think it applies to pretty much everybody. I think everybody builds some sort of feelings.
I think like I feel like I'm the person to like that, like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to explain it. Like,
you're good.
Being the chaser.
Getting chased. Or being the chaser.
Being the chaser.
Okay,
is like, it kind of like makes me want to keep doing it more, and so I can like succeed hopefully. Right, but like, I feel and the other way, I feel like I don't really like it. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does make sense.
Okay.
And I think that's common though. I think people who are getting chased is kind of like, I don't know, like it's kind of like comes from like a control aspect though. Like you have entire control of the situation. It's almost too easy that you're like,
exactly. If you're easy, no one's going to be interested.
No, it's kind of boring. It's just kind of like, whatever. Like I can get him whenever I want to, so why would I ever want him?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hate that, man.
Yeah, that's a tough feeling. You just gotta, unfortunately, you gotta kind of play games these days. And I hate games.
Another thing about our generation that sucks.
I totally agree with you. It does. You're good. Those are the.
I hit a bag.
That's the taste tester on the world today. I totally agree though. I think playing games in this day and age is like almost necessary, but I don't think anybody likes it.
It's stressful.
Yeah, it is very stressful.
It's so stressful.
I think girls like it more than guys though.
You think?
Sometimes I'll like talk to girls and be like, oh, like she's just playing games, or like, oh, I'm like playing games, and they'll be like, I know, isn't it the best? I'm like, no.
I feel like girls like playing games. Yeah. 100%. I don't really, but I know what you mean. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Crazy. All right, here's your next one. Would you ever move to somebody else's home state if they wanted you to?
Oof. Oof.
So let's say you're dating a guy, 6 months in, let's say 8 months in. It's getting more serious. He's from Texas. He wants you to move out there. Or even, let's say, a year into it.
Okay.
And he's like, I want you to move out to Texas with me.
Probably not.
Really?
Unless it was someone that I've been with for like a long period of time,
okay.
Kind of like what you said, but like I don't think I could just be like talking to a guy and then like be FaceTiming him and then all of a sudden have him be like, oh yeah, move down here, and then I'll be like, yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
And I think too, like with like my career, like if my career is in the state that I'm in and I'm doing good and I love what I do,
yeah,
I'm not gonna just like
pick up
for a guy.
No,
absolutely not.
I've had bad experiences with long distance in the past now that if the relationship pretty much, well, not at any state, because like you said, if it's long enough into it now, I'm invested, I'll do long distance.
Yeah.
But if it's early enough, like that's like a major deal breaker for me now. Like a lot of my commitment issues come out about like long distance. It's just so tough.
It's so
I've had 2 long distance relationships that ended because of like situations on their end. Like they lost feelings. So now my mind works in a way that like if I did long distance, when are they going to feel that way? When are they going to lose interest? When am I going to like get played again? So I'm not good with long distance, but
you know, I've done it and it's really hard. It's so hard. But you know, I also think though for the people that do make it work in the end, like props to them. Like that's amazing. Like good for you guys. And I think, you know, the reward at the end of the day, like finally getting to like be with that person, you know, is amazing.
True.
But it's very rare.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't happen very often.
No.
My brother and sister-in-law though actually did long distance for like a majority of their dating, because she's from England and he's from Minnesota, but he was living out here in Arizona, and then they met in Canada at a hostel, like super random, and then she went back to England, he went back to Minnesota or Arizona, and then they did long distance for pretty much the majority of their relationship. And they made it work. Yeah,
that's
I know.
Awesome.
I was like watching them do it, and I was like, my long distance relationship was like literally falling apart. I was like, dang, how do you guys do it?
You're like, the worst timing, you guys. Come on.
Why are you so happy?
I know.
No, just kidding.
Be sad.
Yeah, be sad. No, I'm just kidding. She's awesome. I'm glad it all worked out. And
good for them. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was super cool. But
yeah, I think that it really just depends on the situation that I would be in, you know?
Yeah, me too.
100%.
It'd have to be a very specific situation. And I think I would have to like live near them for a majority of the relationship until we decided that like long distance is inevitable.
Right. Yeah.
But that's a very specific situation.
Yeah.
All right, here's your next relationship question. This is actually the last one. Have you ever thought you were going to marry someone?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I did.
Tell me about it.
It was my last relationship, actually. I really thought that I was going to marry that person, and you know, it didn't work out and it really sucked, but you move on.
Yeah, facts. How long did you date that guy for?
Not too long, actually.
So something clicked early on where you were like, oh, he could be my husband.
Well, it's a crazy story. So like we met out here in Arizona.
Okay.
Shout out if you're watching.
Shout out, yeah. If you're queuing in right now.
But we met out here in Arizona, and then he ended up moving across the country to play sports.
Yeah.
And so we dated for like a few months, and then he decided to, you know, move away for a few months. And but yeah, so it's kind of crazy because you asked me that last question, so I was just like, you know,
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Crying over there. Yeah.
But
tissues out.
Yeah, I don't know. I would visit all the time. I, you know, met his entire family. He met mine. He spent Christmas with my family, and like, you just build like. I feel like once you meet families, it's just like that connection is so much like deeper.
Facts. Totally agree. Yeah.
And you build relationships with the siblings, with the parents, everyone. So, that's a big thing for me is meeting parents, because my parents are the world to me, and so when I bring someone in my parents' life, like,
it means something.
Yeah. Right.
I definitely think too, even when you get like approval from siblings and stuff, that's like a huge like uptick
100%.
in how you feel about that person. Because if you're a family person, then obviously your family's approval is super important. So if you bring that significant other around and everybody's like, ooh, we like him, like he's cool, or we like her a lot, like you're kind of like, oh really, like me too, like I do too, you know?
Yeah.
And then that's where you kind of get to the next level of like what happens after we're dating now. And then when it doesn't work out, obviously we talked about this, but it's just that much harder then. It makes it tough.
So much harder, you know. Your parents are like, oh, really?
Yeah. That's the worst.
Yeah.
Or like when they're asking about him after like it's over. Like I've had some girls where my parents really liked him and it just didn't work out. But then my mom would be like, what's going on with so-and-so? And I'm like,
why are you talking about
come on.
Yeah.
You make me cry.
Yeah, I know. They're like, so you're not together? Are you still talking? Like, how are they doing? I'm like, I don't want to talk about it.
Everybody just shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've definitely had girls in my life like that. But, yeah, I mean, like we talked about, the moral of the story today is sometimes you just got to move on.
Yep. Unfortunately, as hard as it is, it's what you got to do.
That'll be the title of this podcast. Sometimes you just got to move on.
And it will be okay. I swear.
Yeah, it will be okay. We're doing fine over here. For the most part.
I'm totally kidding. We're doing good. We're doing good.
Yeah, we're doing all right. All right. So next thing we're going to do taste tests around the world. I actually picked up some goodies from England when I was out there. I was out there like last week. I picked up some chips that I didn't recognize. So we're going to be trying out some Europino chipos. That was Spanish.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, what the heck was that? All right. What do you want to start with? We got a couple different.
I don't know. Surprise me.
Okay, let's do Walkers first.
Cool.
So fun story about these. Walkers, cheese and onion. Used to be, this is how Lay's started. So, and it started as Walkers and then they brought it to the States, changed it to Lay's to like kind of disconnect them a little bit. But you'll notice that they're very much like
very
Lay's.
Similar. Yeah.
But they kind of have cool flavors. Like my favorite one out there is called prawn cocktail, which is like shrimp cocktail.
Okay.
It's so good.
It sounds horrible, but I'll take your word for it.
It's kind of like, have you ever had like a chip and dipped it in ketchup? No, never.
I can't say that I've done that.
That's
no.
cray.
Yeah. No.
I mean, it's just like a French fry.
Maybe I'll try it now.
You should.
I will.
If you ever like go to a cookout or anything like that, and you get
Bring
like chips,
some chips and ketchup.
No, yeah, I mean, or like even if they're doing like hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff, when they have chips there, just dip a chip into ketchup. It's delicious.
Okay, I'll give it a go.
All right, go ahead and grab a couple of those. Okay. These ones are actually delicious. I really like these ones. I think you'll like them too.
Do I try it?
Yeah, hold on. Let's knock it and dock it quick. Knock it and dock it.
It tastes just like a lay.
I know.
That is literally lay.
I know.
Yeah.
Except, I don't think we have like a cheese and onion flavor.
Oh, that sounds good.
That's what this is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, cheese and onion. Can you tell?
It kind of tastes the onion, not really the cheese, though.
I love these.
No, it's good. It just tastes like a lay to me, but yeah, it's good.
It's like, if you took like, I don't know, like the sour cream and cheddar chip, and then mixed it with like a sour cream and onion.
Yeah.
That's what it is, pretty much.
Pretty good.
All right. Got to give a decimal. Do you have a rating?
I'm going to do a 5.3.
Okay. I love these. I'm going to go higher. I'm going to go like 8.1.
Oh my gosh, I'm missing the math.
Oh, man. What are you doing?
Oh.
It's all good. No, that's really good. I dig it. Walkers. Shout out England. Thanks for supplying some chips.
Never been, but maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe. If you went out to England, where would you visit?
I don't know.
Or not even England, like Europe.
Greece.
Greece?
I want to go to Greece for like a grad trip after I graduate.
What's appealing about Greece to you? Or
I
like
think it's beautiful.
Is that like, how did it spark? Did you see pictures on Instagram or something?
And I have a friend that did this like, not like studying abroad, but like kind of.
Okay.
And she was in Greece, and it just looked so beautiful.
I had a couple buddies who went out there for a study abroad trip, and they said it was awesome.
Yeah.
I think they went to an area though that was pretty low income, so it was kind of like they didn't see all like the super beautiful places that you see on Instagram, but they still said it was like awesome. Like the food was amazing, the people are super cool. So I would definitely go out to Greece if I had an opportunity to.
Me too.
Do you like to travel?
I love to travel.
Same. So do I.
I love it.
If I had unlimited money, I'd be traveling.
Oh, me
nonstop.
too. Me too.
It's just so expensive.
So expensive.
I know.
Everything's so expensive.
That's facts. Everything is expensive nowadays. Even gasoline.
That's why traveling's so expensive. Yep.
Plane tickets are getting more and more expensive too. Crazy. Crazy girl. All right, let's try out the hula hoops. So I tried these ones at the airport. But I tried out the just like the salted version. So these are barbecue beef.
Yum.
I know. Something tells me that they're not going to be like
amazing.
I think they'll be good, but I think they'll lack in flavor. Like I think they'll be kind of
smell a little funny.
They do smell a bit funky.
They smell a little funny.
I don't think I'm gonna like them as much as I thought I was.
We'll try it though.
All right, knock it. Pink. And dock it.
No.
I will say.
Super chewy.
I actually kind of like the texture in a weird way, but something about the flavor tastes really whack.
I don't like it.
It's like, it's the beef. I can taste the fake beef.
Not a beef fan. Nope. You should not put beef with chips. It doesn't go. No.
They have a couple different ones too. Like there's like a steak one, and that one like kind of tastes like this too. It's like
steak.
Yeah, like fake meat is a weird combo for like a chip.
Yeah.
Like they don't really do that in America.
No.
You never see like chicken chips or like shrimp chips or anything, do you?
Chicken chips.
Chicken chips. Oh, my favorite. No. Okay. I have a rating. Do you have a rating?
Yeah.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it I like the texture, but I'm gonna go like 3.9.
I was gonna go 3.3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yours are always just a little bit lower than mine.
I wouldn't like sit on the couch and eat them.
No way. I wouldn't even finish this bag probably.
No.
I would finish the cheese and onion.
I would too.
Yeah. All right. Next one, or the last one, Wotsits. Oh, this is another Walker's. From the looks of it, I would assume they look like they taste like cheese puffs.
Yeah.
You know? But
yeah.
I have noticed in England, their chips, lower sodium. Way lower sodium.
Oh, that's good.
It is good, but...
healthy.
Yeah, healthy. Super healthy. But I've noticed that like it kind of lacks in flavor then. Like a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. Other than those barbecue beef chips.
So bad. So bad.
Okay. All right. Kind of what I expected. Maybe a little smaller.
Oh, yeah. They're so little.
Mm-hmm. Kind of cute. All right. Let's try it out. Knock it. And dock it. Yeah. Can't you tell like there's like we have more flavor on our chips?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I totally see what you're saying.
There's like not a like it doesn't just smack you right in the face.
Yeah.
It's very like docile. Docile? However you say that.
It tastes like a cheese puff.
It does, but I don't know. It doesn't
taste.
It's
not bad though.
Not bad. Just not as strong as an American cheese puff.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot more cheese on the American ones.
Yeah, these ones are lacking a little bit. Even though the advertisement says really cheesy.
Lying.
Those Brits are lying over there.
Lying.
Yeah, okay. I got a rating for that one too.
Me too.
What are you thinking?
We'll give it like a 7.8. That's kind of high. 7.5.
Okay, I'm going to go like 6.2.
Okay.
I can't get over the fact that if I had to compare this to like a cheese puff, I would never pick this. It's still got a good flavor and a good texture.
I like how little they are though.
I do like I like the size of them.
Yeah.
Well, all in all,
pretty good.
Not too shab.
Not too shab.
I'm still taking American chips though.
I agree.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right. Well, shout out English chips.
Shout out you guys.
Shout out you guys.
You can do a little better.
Yeah. Come on. We'll have to send some chips over there so they can do experiments and figure out why their chips are lacking.
It's the sodium.
It is the sodium. They need to add sodium.
Yeah.
I think they have like a sodium tax though, or like a sugar tax for sure. Like if
no way.
Like a soda has a certain amount of sugar in it, you have to pay extra for that pop, or like soda.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. It's wild.
They're trying to stay healthier out there. Makes sense though. We're fat and they're not.
Yeah,
so.
we're just getting fat and they're getting skinny. Good for them.
Good for them. I love it. All right. Next thing we're gonna do, questions for guys.
Okay.
So you got a couple questions
for me?
Can
I bring my phone out for this?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, you ready?
Yep, ready for you.
Okay. Why do most guys prefer hookups instead of relationships?
Hookups instead of relationships. I would say hookups are less of a commitment. I think a lot of guys have commitment issues. So when you hook up with somebody, there's not the the responsibility that comes along with it.
No strings attached.
Exactly. We're also very physical creatures. So we kind of get what we want in a very surface level aspect, and then we don't have to worry about the emotional side that comes along with it. I think when a guy really likes a girl, though, we don't want to just hook up. Even like personally for me, if I'm like extremely into somebody, I like almost hold back a lot on physical activity with them because I don't want to ruin it with like some sort of
smart.
You know what I mean?
So you think like hooking up like almost right away ruins it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, actually.
Totally.
Not to like totally give away the guy's handbook or dude's, playbook. I
feel like it's pretty obvious.
It is pretty obvious though. Like if you are a girl and you're gonna hook up with a guy on the first night, it pretty much solidifies the fact that he's like, oh, like that was pretty easy. Like how we were talking about the chase a little bit.
Right.
That is like the epitome of no chase at all. If you put out on the first night, it's just like, oh, I could get this whenever I want to.
You want,
It's not really like enticing.
There's no like emotional aspect to it at all.
Exactly.
I mean, like there totally is, but like when you're doing it on the first night, like come on.
Yeah. Like you gotta expect that this is.
Do better, guys.
Yeah, do better. And girls who put out right away.
Unless that's something you're into, then like.
Yeah, right. If that's
do your thing.
If that's what you're looking for or looking to do, or if that's what you want to get out of a relationship, then by all means, it's gonna work. Like girls are gonna get what they want physically for sure, because guys are
easy. So.
Yeah, we are very easy. But if you're looking for a relationship and you think that by like giving him sex is going to like make him like you more, you're wrong. Like it doesn't work that way.
Right.
But I don't know. I think I do think that's most guys though.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would probably assume that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number 2. How long does it take for a guy to not want to chase anymore?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a super good one. And I think it does vary for every guy, like guy to guy. But I would say if a guy has to chase for a month and after that month there's been no progression in the relationship, like there's nothing wrong with making a guy chase for a long duration, but you have to continually give him like incremental progress if you're interested to. Like if you are, a week in, maybe hold his hand now. If you're like 2 weeks in, maybe like cuddle during a movie. If you're just continually like, nope, I'm not, doing anything yet, a guy will eventually be like, am I just going to get 6 months into this and be wasting my time? So I think guys a lot question, where this relationship is progressing to. If you're not giving them anything, they're probably going to lose interest at some point.
Gotcha. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
That was a really good question, actually. I like that one.
Good. Sweet. From a guy's perspective, how would you describe being in love?
Being in love. I think, like we talked about, guys are very physical creatures. So we find a lot of women attractive. Not necessarily to the extent of we want to be in a relationship or we even like them, but we find women attractive. When a guy starts really developing feelings, I think it plays a huge part on like getting along with a girl. A lot of like locker talk and guy talk is like, oh man, girls are this way and that way. They're too emotional. I can't get along with them. Like other than, the physical aspect, there's nothing like to it, which sounds shallow, but guys do talk like that. Once a guy really like falls for your personality or like sees you as like a really good friend, I think that's when like things start clicking.
Yeah. Like
when it's more than just the physical aspect. Like you want to just hang out with them, even if we don't do anything, if it's just an emotional bond, but like I still love hanging out with you. Mm-hmm. That's how I know like, ooh, I might be falling in love with this girl a bit.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
I like that.
How about you? How do girls know when they fall in love with a guy?
Probably very similar. I have a very similar answer. I think that like once, you just hang out and it's just like it feels right and it's just like you love being with that person all the time, no matter what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can do like menial activity.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be anything specific.
Exactly.
Just
no crazy dates, anything like that, like just hanging out.
Right. Just thinking about them and wanting to like just spend time with them.
Yeah, and I feel like when you're like once you realize that you're thinking about that person like all day, every day.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's tough.
I'm falling in love.
I love it. That's funny. In the last episode, we talked a lot about like love languages. do you know what your love language is?
I love physical touch.
Really? Mm-hmm. Interesting. I don't think that's super common in women.
I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Mm-hmm. I love physical touch. So,
Me
like,
too.
if I really like a girl, I like to be, like, kind of by them and bugging them or, like, cuddling with them.
Oh, me too. I will, like, literally, like, we'll be doing, like, literally nothing. And I'm just like, I have to touch you.
I need to touch your face.
Yep.
Most of the girls that I've talked to about this, it seems like the most common one is, like, quality time. So, spending time with somebody or... words of affirmation sometimes. I think some girls like that.
I think, yeah, to an extent.
To an extent.
Like, I don't need, you know, the person I'm with to constantly be like, I like you. I want to be with you. Like, every single day. I don't really get that. I don't really, I mean, reassurance, I feel like everybody needs every once in a while, but, you know, I'm not going to, I know a lot of girls that are constantly, I mean, okay, I have done this. I'm guilty of this, but like, kind of just being like, do you still like me?
Yeah.
But
it's kind of like an ongoing joke for sure. Like once you're deep into a relationship, girls will still ask like, you don't even like me anymore. Like, do you still like me? They're like, oh, dude, shut up. Like, of course.
I've definitely done that though. I hate that I'm saying that, but I have.
Yeah, that's funny. I think a lot of guys, I would say a majority of guys, physical touch is their love language. Yeah. So I think that's a good love language to have as a girl because it's going to stand out to a lot of guys then. Like, guys are going to like that. If you date somebody, they're going to be like, oh, me too. I like physical touch.
Even like holding my hand, like I love that, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I think mine are physical touch and I think my other one is quality time.
What are all of them? I don't think no, that's bad. But
physical touch, quality time, gift giving, acts of service, and words of affirmation. Okay. Those are the 5, I think. Is that right? Yeah, I think so.
Gift giving? That's so stupid. Like, what?
You're not even like gift giver? Like you don't get...
Oh, no, I love giving gifts, but like...
What about getting gifts?
Well, yeah, but like I think that like if my boyfriend like gave me like a pair of shoes, I'll be like, oh my gosh, thank you. But I'm not going to be like, I am so in love with you now.
I love you so much.
Yeah.
No. That's not mine either though. Gift giving is probably my least...
Same.
Like language. However you'd say that. It's probably like on the lowest part of the totem pole for me. Mine's like physical touch, quality time. I love words of affirmation to a certain extent. Like you said, it can get a little bit too much if a girl is just like blowing you up with compliments because then it's just like, what's the validity of any of these?
Yeah, like I think too, like, you know, when I have a boyfriend, like obviously I want compliments, you know, like everybody does, but like I don't need you to compliment me every single day. Like I know I look good.
I love that. That's such a TikTok. I'm totally clipping that one. I love that. That's so good. Awesome. Was that all the questions for guys you had?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So, last thing we're going to do today, cute or cringe.
Let's do it.
This is how it works. I'm going to read off a couple prompts to you. You're going to say cute, you like it, or cringe, you don't like it.
Got it.
Pretty simple?
Yep.
All right. So, here's your first one. Cute or cringe pickup lines.
I don't know. I feel like yes and no.
Okay,
it depends
so
on the
cute / cringe.
Cute / cringe.
All right, tell me about it. What makes you indecisive about that one?
It just depends on the pickup line. Like, I feel like if it's like if you're smooth with it and like I've never heard it before, like good for you, you know?
Yeah, but what pickup line have you not heard? You know what I mean? I feel like they're so recycled now.
That's true. I'm gonna go with cringe.
Okay, so we'll switch it up to cringe. What makes a pickup line cute then, other than if you have never heard it?
If a boy comes up to me and he's kind of nervous and he like says a like little cringy little pickup line, I'd be like, oh, you're kind of cute.
Oh, okay.
Like, good job.
That's a bit confusing then. So if it's...
I know. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know why.
So if a guy like comes up to you and he's like showing effort.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But if like you're a D-bag and you're like saying like yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
fall from heaven.
Bye.
Bye. Peace. Cringe. Yeah. What is a way that a guy can like approach a girl? Let's say we're in a bar and I see you across the bar and I'm going to come up and approach you. What is a surefire way that I'm going to like get your number or at least progress with the relationship?
You know, I feel like the typical, hey, can I buy you a drink? I mean, yeah, but...
Yeah, appreciate it, but...
Yeah, like, thanks, but like, I don't really want to, I don't know.
Chit-chat.
Yeah, maybe just like, hey, like, I don't know, like... Saw you over there, like, how's your night going? You know?
Okay.
It's like conversation.
Start a conversation. The only problem is, though, if you're doing that in, like, a club You can't even hear them.
Yeah. I don't like clubs.
I don't either.
I've never been a big fan. I think, like you said, like they're loud. They're especially clubs here. Like you can't move.
True.
Because they're so packed. Like
super tight.
You're probably not going to meet the love of your life at Old Town.
Yeah, facts.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Chances are slim.
I was talking to another girl about this, and I was asking her, like, how does a guy pick up a girl at a club? Like, is it even possible? And she was like, well, you could, buy him a drink, but, like, the big thing is communication. Like, you have to be able to communicate with him. And if you don't have that opportunity, you pretty much just have to be very physically attractive to, like, bring somebody home or, like, get their number or anything like that.
That's like, I mean, people go to clubs to have fun, but people also go to clubs to, go home with someone at the end of the night. Right. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I feel like clubs are more for that than getting to really know somebody.
Yeah, facts. That's kind of why I like dive bars, though. Like going to a dive bar.
I love dive bars.
Oh my gosh, it's such a vibe.
I love them.
You can actually like communicate with somebody.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out dive bars.
Shout out Stingers.
Shout out Stingers.
My favorite place.
Shout out Bullshooters.
Oh, Bullshooters, the memories I've had there. Yeah.
Same.
They're such a blast.
I love Bullshooters.
Me too.
I always go there and like out of respect, I always have to get a PBR. Like at least one.
Yep. I like Stingers because I love karaoke.
Oh yeah.
I would do karaoke like every day. It's so much fun.
Karaoke is fun. They have it at Bullshooters too, I think.
Do they really?
I think so.
I've never done it Bullshooters.
You know when you walk in and then there's like all the pool tables to the right?
Yep.
To the left, there's like that room.
Oh my gosh, I totally have done it there. You're so right. You're so right.
So much fun.
What am I talking about?
I love karaoke.
I do too.
It's a good time. Especially if you're like feeling okay, it's kind of like
it's
no
a blast.
fear. Right. Yeah.
It's a good time.
I'd have to agree with that. All right, here's your next one. Cute or cringe? Country boys.
So cute.
So cute.
So cute.
I feel like that's becoming more and more common. Country boys
I do too, yeah.
might be a phase right now. Or like they're trending. Yeah.
So cute.
What about them? You like the boots and the get up and the
just
cowboy
the way
hat?
that they kind of like carry themselves and like, I'm going to go get a cow or something. I don't know.
I'm going to go get a cow. So
I don't know, but
there's something attractive about them, and they're kind of gentlemen. Like stereotypically, they're going to be like a gentleman.
They're gentlemen until they're not.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, tell me about that.
I feel like they're very, very hit or miss. I feel like a lot of cowboys are very cocky.
Oh, really?
Majority of cowboys that I've met in my time.
Yeah.
Pretty cocky. Which can be attractive.
I was going to say, is that attractive to you?
To an extent.
We talked about that in another podcast too. There's a fine line between cockiness and confidence.
Yep.
But 100%. Because it's such a fine line, sometimes cockiness can be attractive because it shows like a sense of pride and like they're willing to go out of their way.
Confident in themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of goes hand in hand a little bit, but they're also on opposite spectrums.
Yep.
So
I agree.
Kind of tough to find. Maybe short term, very attractive. Long term, it can get draining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Cowboys.
Shout out Cowboys.
And if you're not having any luck in the field of women, go buy a cowboy hat. Try it
Honestly,
out.
like
Get some spurs, buy a cow.
Yeah. Go get a horse.
Go get a horse. Maybe a tin.
Yeah. Go get a truck.
Get a truck. Buy a truck. You'll get a girlfriend. Here's your next one. Cute or cringe? Vegetarian guys.
Probably cringe.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't really thought about that.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, I also don't really care.
Okay. So like you're dating a guy or you start talking to a guy and he's like, yeah, I don't eat meat. I care about animals too much. And, I just don't. I think it's just
It's
like
hard
bad.
Because I grew up, eating, this sounds gross, but I did grow up just like eating meat and like chicken and steak, like love it.
Right. Same.
So, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I have friends that are like vegans. It's the same thing. But, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I think it's more common in girls. So it's interesting to talk about guys who are vegetarian.
I've never thought about that.
Right. They're definitely out there. And I think maybe when you think of a vegetarian guy, you probably throw a stereotype on him that he's like soft, maybe feminine, like that kind of vibe. But if he's just like a normal dude and maybe he just doesn't like the taste of meat.
And then I'll be like, okay. That's
yeah, whatever.
Like, you like what you like and you don't like what you don't like.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I think it just depends on, it's not the actual vegetarianism that's like the turnoff. It's what goes along with it that usually does.
But as long as you don't have a problem with me eating meat, then like, we'll be fine.
Yeah. What if he gets mad about like you eating steak?
Then like cringe.
Yeah.
I love steak.
Yeah. I'm not gonna stop eating meat for a girl either. I don't think.
No.
Like that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Cool. Here's your next one. Cute or cringe? Guys that wear rings.
So cute.
Really?
So cute.
Okay, tell me about that.
I just like that, the kind of look, like the
aesthetic.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like guys that can just pull it off. Like,
yeah, fashionable.
I think guys that know how to dress themselves, it's very attractive.
Very attractive.
Yeah.
I think from a guy's perspective, a guy that wears rings usually might be a little eccentric or a little bit out there. Mm-hmm. Like either very fashionable, which there's no problem with that, but that's just kind of what we probably perceive them as. They're very inclined to like design and like looking a certain way. And I don't think that's super normal for like the general guy.
Yeah.
But it is attractive to you.
It is.
Mm-hmm. What kind of guy do you think he would be? If you saw a guy like wearing rings, like what is your assumption of like who he is?
He's probably wearing like dicky pants. Or, like, I don't know. Just like
he's probably like married.
No.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't know. I just think like what kind of guy do I think they are if they're wearing rings?
Yeah. Like what do you?
They just know how to dress themselves and they like fashion and clothes and I like that.
Yeah. Cool.
So
dope. I don't think I ever think about, because like a lot of girls like wearing rings or like necklaces, earrings, jewelry, all that stuff. Pretty common across the board. So I don't even think I process it like when I see a girl wear it. Like I didn't even notice you were wearing rings until I just asked that question. So like it doesn't really stand out to me.
Yeah.
But a guy wearing it is not common.
Right.
So
I feel like it's becoming way more common though.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally.
As
like,
we progress.
All the TikTokers out there wear them. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I think it's becoming way more
So
common.
should I get a ring?
Yes.
What kind of ring should I rock?
I don't know. I'm wearing a snake ring. You can get a snake ring.
That'd be kind of wicked. Right around the finger?
Yeah.
All the way to the fingernail?
Ooh, that's a little much.
Okay. Can't even bend it. All right, here's your last one. Cute or cringe, kissing on the first date?
Cute.
Cute?
Yeah.
No problems with it?
I also have no issues if you don't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know some girls are like, no, I need to give it until like the third date to, kind of make sure that I like him. I'm not going to kiss him until like the third date. Or some girls are like, I'm not going to kiss him until we're dating.
Well, I'm not going to do that. But I think like if the date goes really well, you know, then shoot your shot, dude.
Good night smooch.
Walk me to my door first, but yeah.
True. What should a guy do if the girl turns him down?
Oof. I mean, there's nothing really you can do besides like respect it and be like,
right.
I understand, you know?
Yeah. And then just bounce back?
Bounce back.
Do you think it's a sign for the guy that like if the girl doesn't kiss him, she's not interested?
It could. Yeah, probably.
Usually, right?
Probably.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
Because I think even on the first date, if a girl's really into a guy, she'll be like, yeah, I'm going to kiss him. Even if I'm not like super comfortable with it, if I like him or see this going somewhere, I'm going to kiss him back. Even if that's not totally what I expected.
One thing I do really respect though is like when guys ask.
Oh.
You know?
It doesn't come off as too like soft?
I mean, no. To me, no.
Okay.
But I'm also me. I don't know. I feel like everybody's different. But if I went on a date with a guy and he asked me, I would be like, that's really nice of you to ask, you know?
Yeah, that's cool.
It might make it a little awkward or something. I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of sweet.
Uh-huh. It is sweet. It's kind of a gentleman thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, make sure that she's, like, has consideration about this situation.
And make sure it's, like, the perfect moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a perfect moment?
Okay, let's say I go on a date. Yeah. And
let's say it.
And then like a guy, like the date went really well and he walks me to my door and we're just like talking, like it's going good, and he just like looks at me, he's like, can I kiss you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You're like, okay, sure. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Why not?
Great insight. Awesome. So so cute for kissing on the first date.
Yeah.
Well, that pretty much wraps up our podcast. That was the last cute or cringe I had for you.
Woohoo.
So, guys, thanks so much for showing up. We appreciate you being here. Trinity, thanks so much for coming over.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
I had an absolute blast
Me
today.
too. It was a good time.
Yeah, me too. I had a good time.
I did.
Guys, we will see you next Monday. Peace.
Cool.